Hi everyone, this is Lynn from Adelaide, South Australia, and today we're going to talk about how to unlock the full potential of your mind. Dr. Joe Dispenza is teaching the world how to empower and heal our mind through meditation and mindfulness. Did you know that there's habits and experiences that actually shape us over time? So in that, the way you react to certain things that occur to you, it shapes your future. So let's just use some examples, like say something happens that makes you angry. Now, you probably have a certain way that you react when you're angry, and you probably react the same way every time you're angry. Now, we are creatures of habit, and unfortunately we need to break our current patterns and the way we react to things in order to leave that behind. So basically what we want to do is that there's an actual relationship between our body and our unconscious mind. Our body will always react in certain ways, and Dr. Joe Dispenza was on Tom Bilyeu's impact theory recently, and he was saying how that in meditation, when you go to meditate, so quite often you'll go to sit down and you want to meditate, and then all of a sudden all these things start going through your mind, like, you know, it's just like everything that's happened to you throughout the day will go through your mind, and you won't be able to think clearly, and you won't be able to meditate because you just can't clear your mind. And that's because there's a relationship between your body and your unconscious mind. So what you need to do is you need to actually teach your body to let things go. You need to teach your body to quieten down. You need to tell your body that it's okay to meditate. I'll take care of that, whatever it is later, like whether it's oh my god, you've got to take the car, go get some petrol, you've got to go to the store, you've got to do this, you've got to do that. As soon as you sit down to meditate, when you sit down to meditate, just tell your body that it's okay. I'm going to spend 5 minutes, 10 minutes, I'm going to meditate, and then we're going to take care of the rest of the business. So you actually have to take control, and you have to break the cycle. And he kind of went on a little bit further than that. Like if we go into it a little bit deeper and away from just the meditation side of it for a minute, when you wake up in the morning, do you get up the same side of the bed? Do you go and do the exact same thing first thing when you wake up? Do you do the same routine day in, day out? Do you drive the same way to work? Is that all your subconscious mind taking care of business for you? Are you ever doing things off the cuff? Like, what about if tomorrow you got up later to go to work? What about tomorrow if you walked to the bus stop instead of drove? What about if you didn't have your coffee in the morning? It's all about changing things so that you're actually thinking differently. So instead of just everything just coming from the prefrontal cortex, that you actually start to shift the way you think. And it's really quite interesting. He said there's a lot of roadblocks in creating long-term change, and it's because of all of the years that have gone by where we've just continually reacted the same way. When you go to meditate, and when you do finally, you can actually finally let things go, it's a total weight off your shoulders, because you can finally spend those few minutes and just not think negative thoughts. And it's actually really quite empowering. So I highly recommend that you try meditation. I love it myself. But also, there's certain things with the mind. You know, say something bad happens to you on a day. You know, you have a day and it's just one thing. Everything else was good, but there's just that one thing that really upset you. And you know what? You can have 50 other things that were really good throughout the day, but the only thing that you'll remember is the thing that upset you. And that's because we're preconditioned for that. It's anger, you know. It's a lot stronger than being happy with those other things that went right. And our mind, it can play tricks on us. You know, you know, sometimes you think things one day, and then you think things the next day and you think them to be true. And that's because you had that thought the day before. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's actually true, but it's because it was a thought. And he also, Dr. Joe Dispenza also goes into how you can actually create your future with your mind. And in that, what he means is that if you start to think things like the moment you start feeling abundant and worthy, you're generating wealth. He says the moment you're empowered and feel it, you're beginning to step towards your success. The moment you start feeling whole, your healing begins. And when you love yourself and you love all of your life, you will create an equal, and now you're causing an effect. So, you know, knowledge is power, but knowledge about yourself is self-empowerment. And, you know, that's really quite powerful. The fact that your thoughts, oh my God, your thoughts can actually either make you sick or they can heal you. That's how powerful they are. I'll do another video on that, but you know, the old adage, thoughts become things, is actually so true. You know, mindset is one of the most underrated things known to man. That's what I believe anyway. The power of the mind is quite amazing. You can create your future with your mind. If you start to see in your mind what you want in the future, and you see it regularly, you'll pretty much have that, because you will work towards it. Your mind doesn't necessarily have to work in the past. It does at the moment. So until you train your mind to work in the future, it will always work in the past, and it will always pull on past experiences, and you'll always react the same to whatever situation comes before you, because your mind will do it on automatic pilot. All right. So the whole aim of this is that you need to change the way you think in order to have your brain thinking of the future and not of the past. Because when it starts to think of the future, it will change your behaviors, which will change your future. Get it? For more amazing information, you can get that from my website at www.linleckie.com. Go check it out. It's certainly worth checking out.